Gaffer, views on to today's game?
Of course, always disappointed with a defeat. I thought it was a typical game of two halves. Thought that was the best we played for a long time in the first half, and we looked strong. We was shutting them down. We was nicking it off them in their half. Didn't get the goal that we sort of deserved, but we had enough chances, so I was a bit disappointed in that. And then the second half, they was in the dressing room and they was all ready to go out, but the momentum changed. It changed on a couple of things, and the boys needed to fight to get back, if you like, as individuals and as a team. And we didn't quite do that. And Halifax proved that they wasn't as bad as they looked in the first half, and we wasn't as good as we looked in the first half. So. And they took their opportunities, and we know Bill's going to score on his opportunities, especially against his old club. And then I think the two of them was a result of set plays, or one was from set play, one was from the result of a set play. So bittersweet, really. I thought we played so well in the first half. I was very proud of them, but in the second half we capitulated, and you've got to say well done to Halifax, because in the end, second half, they near enough did what we did to them and got their goals, and we didn't.
In the first half, as you were saying, we were obviously on top of the game. We're creating chances. Was it disappointing that we just couldn't find that final ball?
We found the final ball on occasions. It wasn't the final touch that put it in the back of the net. We had a couple of very good opportunities. We had a few chances of shots, etc., etc. I mean, I can think of 3 80%, 85% chances. So you can't always just blame it on that. But what we could say is that we won the first half without scoring any goals, and we lost the second half because we didn't play as well as we did, and they got their two goals. And that's what happens. It's what happens when Liverpool play Man United, or Tottenham play Arsenal, or Man City play Real Madrid in some Champions League. Do you know what I mean? There's always a result, and it's always about people taking their opportunities when they come.
Now, Opie Edwards was brought straight into the team today. How do you think he done on his?
Yeah, he needed the time out there. We know what Opie's got and what he can give us, and I'm pleased to have him in the group. He's got to probably get that match fitness, but he did okay. I'm pleased to have him in and around our squad. So he'll get better and better, as we know. And a couple of times he raided down the right there in the second half, and there was a couple of opportunities we had when he was free at the back post. Linesman gave offside once. I'd be interested to see that again, but and it would have been interesting. It will be interesting to see another penalty decision that we've had turned down, and it was right in front of the linesman. So it'd be interesting to see that. I haven't seen it yet. That would be something else for me to moan about.
Now, despite the disappointment of this afternoon's result, we're obviously a quick turnaround to come now with 2 home games coming up, starting on Tuesday evening with Aldershot. Is it pleasing sometimes to have that quick turnaround to get this
I know what you mean. System? Yeah, I think so. We just had a good chat in there. Sorry I left you out here for a long time, but we needed a good chat because we need to find out when it is that they think the momentum changed. What was it? Was it a goalkeeper's kick that didn't quite go where it was? Was it somebody losing the ball, losing a tackle? And you can't let those momentum changes, because when does it start? You just, and how long do you give it before you say there's a momentum change? But that's what happened, and we just couldn't wrestle our way or play our way through it, because our game was totally different in the second half to what it was in the first half. And you've got to deal with the opposition that haven't had much of the ball. They're going to come out and they're going to fight like hell, and they're going to get the ball forward quicker. They're going to get more numbers forward quicker. In the second half, we didn't win the ball back in their half almost non-existent from what we did in the first half.
Now, finally, 10 points off that final playoff place now. How imperatively important is it that we get the 6 points from these next 2 home games?
Well, of course, it's absolutely imperative that we win those games. You don't win them by just talking about it, but I know what you mean, of course. But it's obvious that the less games that we have, the more we've got to win. And again, we can't go into them games thinking that you're going to walk over them, because it don't happen in this league. And so we got to pick them up a little bit. They're a bit disappointed, as I was regarding the second half. But we found their game. We found our game in the first half, and that's important to me. And then it's up to them to be able to do it both halves. If we'd gone in 2-0 up, I think it would have been different. And we should have been 2-0 up. I'm sorry.
Gary, thanks for your time this afternoon and commiserations.
No problem.